Can you guys hear me? Let's get started, right? So apparently we have a packed house, but a lot of them are wearing that new sheet from that company in Canada that makes you invisible. Anyway, it's the last day of the week. How's your week been? Good? Did you get what you needed from Ignite? Yeah. Did you have fun? Did you go to Universal last night and eat like way too much food? Great. I'm glad you had a good time. I really hope you got what you needed. It's such an exciting event for Microsoft. My name is George Bullock, and I am the Senior Product Marketing Manager for Microsoft Project and Microsoft Planner. And I also, like all of us on the project team, which is the same as the Planner team, and the Teams team, and the To-Do team, and the Outlook team, and lots of other teams, we're looking at work management as a whole. So I'm going to start today with a quick story, and then a few slides, but we really want you to get to the marvelous Heather Heidi, who does a demo like nobody's business, and can do the same demo in 20 minutes that most people can do in 45. Does anyone know who this is? This is Bobby Fischer. And first, it's bragging. My daughter did this. She's in art school in Manhattan. And she did it especially for me because when I was a kid, I met Bobby Fischer because my father worked on his very famous Bobby Fischer Teaches Chess book. So why is Bobby Fischer relevant to this? Well, in 1972, Bobby Fischer went to Reykjavik and beat the entire Russian contingent to win the World Chess Championship. And he did it with really little to no help by playing very simple, clean, killer chess. And what we're going to show you today is a project management tool that is very simple and clean and yet has the power to beat the Russian chess team and win the World Championship, so to speak. So that's why Bobby Fischer, and plus it's my session, so I get to brag about my daughter. But what we're going to talk about now is how we're working at Microsoft to bridge the work management gap. That we talk to so many customers all the time. I usually talk to 2 or 3 customers a week. I've been all over the globe talking about Project for the Web and project management and work management. Our engineering team has talked to just tons of partners over the last 3 years. And this is one of the first things we see. How many of you manage projects? How many of you have a PMP? Well, pretty good number, but a lot without. Prince 2, there's a certified Scrum Master. Most of us are asked to manage projects, but we're not trained to manage projects. And there are many ways to manage work, right? Waterfall with scheduling remains very valid. In fact, we see it coming back, that people are now seeing we need a hybrid approach. We need some scheduling. Of course, there's Big A Agile, which is now, you could call it classic. It's been around for 20 years. And there's Little A Agile, which means, yeah, I'm agile, I have a board, and I move some stuff across it, right? And so teams want to work the way they want and pick the way that makes sense for their team and their work. But sometimes that means that the legacy tools they've been given are inflexible and can't support this. And so teams will pick their own tools and get started. And they'll collaborate together, maybe within this tool, but maybe in hallways and emails and chats and documents. So collaboration, which is so fundamental to today's work, can be kind of chaotic and everywhere. The result is, as I said, teams pick whatever tool makes sense for them. They credit card swipe. They'll even pick up a free tool. And they'll get started, and they'll even have some success as a team. But now your data is everywhere. It's in silos. It's hard to see across different projects and resources and work. You have data. You may not have any idea where that data is, and perhaps the third-party service isn't exactly sure where that data is either. And finally, you want to use this data for better and faster insights, but it's everywhere, and it's hard to gather it in real time, and reporting is manual. Does this story resonate for any of you in your enterprise? No? We're way off base? You guys have it all down here at maturity level 5? Okay, that's good. But for some companies, this is reality. One of the big problems here is that systems see only a small segment of the data of your business processes, which really cross many types of data and services, right? At Microsoft, we're excited because we think we're in a great position to help our customers bring all this data together in a single work management platform that brings to bear all of the services and capabilities that we've brought through all these, through our platform. And so one of the things to point out here right away is that the new project for the web is built on the Power Platform. Is everyone familiar with the Power Platform? So it is a native application on the Power Platform. Another thing to point out is we've brought the scheduling engine from 35 years of development, most of it done by Howard in C++ code, to the web as a service. And so the project for the web you're going to see today uses the same scheduling engine that we consider one of our crown jewels at project that we've been working on for the last 35 years. But another thing about this Power Platform is that we are now on the same platform that Dynamics 365 is on. And Dynamics 365 has done some great work in resource management, in financial and cost management, as well as time management. And one of our big focuses in the first half of calendar 2020 is bringing to bear these great capabilities to extend the power of project for the web to include the kind of resource management you expect in project management, the kind of costing and budgeting, as well as some really exciting things for time and task update management. Finally, we remain deeply integrated with Office because our collaboration and security context is built on Office 365 groups, and Heather will show you that in more detail. We also are integrated with Azure DevOps and Azure Boards through our roadmap capability. Has anyone used roadmap? Great, thank you. And so you can build roadmaps now with Project for the Web, with Project Online, and with Azure DevOps. And lastly, second to lastly, we're on the Power Platform. So Power Apps is there to extend the system. So I think we have superior configuration, customization, extensibility, and integration all through the Power Platform. Power BI is our native reporting engine, and this week we announced our Power BI template, formerly known as a content pack, which is 9 great reports built on Project for the Web. We're soon going to be putting out for our customers a Power BI template that will also allow you to report across Project for the Web and Project Online. And finally, Power Automate Flow. I liked Flow, is there to build your workflows, and there's some great stuff. Hopefully you saw Chris and I and my friends Bernardo and Alexander show some of this power. But with all this power, our vision is simple. Teams should be able to work the way they want. Enterprises, executives, PMOs should be able to get the results they need. This is our project vision. I'm not going to go through this in detail. Take a look at it there because I think Heather does a great job showing how all this comes together. I do want to point out in terms of intelligence, we showed at our session on Wednesday, Chris Boyd and I, an example of AI Builder, and we built a machine learning model that was able to predict task success based on real analysis of your own task data. And that took us less than a day to build that. And the other apps we showed took really hours at most. So that is an example. As AI begins to really fundamentally change how work management is done in enterprises, Microsoft is ready with a platform and with tools to enable citizen artificial intelligence. Power Platform is a key part of Microsoft's strategy, and it starts with Satya. This is what it's about: analyzing with Power BI, acting with Power Apps, and automating with Power Automate, formerly known as Flow. This is just a quick picture of what it looks like. And then this is a picture of sort of how project looks like with it. We are able to bring all these things to bear because we are native on the Power Platform. And with that, thank you very much for your time. Thanks for coming to the session, and I'm going to turn it over to the awesome Heather Heide.
Thanks, George. So hi, I'm Heather. I'm one of the program managers on the project team, and today I'll be going more in depth into basically the core parts of project. So hopefully there'll be something here for everyone to learn, and if not, We have fancy wine tumblers that we're passing out at the end. So at the very least, you will get to leave here with some fun swag. Someone thought wine tumblers would go well with project managers. Sorry, they're not pre-filled. Okay, so I'm in project and I want to get going. So I can click to create a new project. And when you do that, we don't make you put in any information. You can just come in and get going. And then there's a couple ways you can start adding tasks to your project. One is, of course, typing. And then you can also copy-paste. So we do support right now copy-paste within a project and between projects. And we will continue to expand on what we support for sources. So I'm going to come here, select those tasks, click copy. And when I'm copying the task, I'm not just copying the visible data, I'm copying all the data. So everything, all the data associated with the task is copied. And you see that coming in, so you can see, for example, if I insert the start column, those were copied along with this too. And now I can also copy within my project. So if I have a very similar, I'm kind of some repetitive in this project, I can copy these tasks. And click paste, and kind of start building out my project this way quickly, tweaking as I need to, et cetera. And I wasn't showing it, but your Control-Cs and Control-Vs do also work. Additionally, when you're laying out your project, a lot of people want to reorder. You're putting your task and you're kind of brainstorming, and then you, even though your dates don't have to be in order, you kind of want it in an order that makes sense to you. So you can just click and drag to reorder, and that works how it's expected. And then if you drag and reorder a summary task, that will move all of the child tasks with it. So we will keep your task hierarchy as you are reordering your project. Again, just to kind of help you go, like most people when they're creating projects, either are doing something repetitive, so they want to copy paste, or they're in the room with the team kind of brainstorming on tasks and they want to do that quickly and then start laying things out. Another thing you can do is add notes. So if I click here to go to task details, your nice little eye icon, I can say this is a note, and this is actually a rich text field. So not only can I type in text, but I can come and get a URL. Very sad that site does not have music on it anymore. So if anyone remembers the awesome Hamsterdam site of the past, I couldn't find the music one. But I can do that, and I can even do rich text. As we mentioned, that's how we store it. So if I do like Control-B, this is now bold, et cetera. And we'll be building out here farther. So as George said, we just launched this last month, so we really focused on the core project manager scenario, so we're going to be constantly growing this, constantly building this out. So I kind of showed you how you had summary tasks and start to build out your hierarchy, but you can go lots of levels with this. So I can select some task, click on my right click and say make subtask, and I can have multiple levels of hierarchy. And this is really good for organizing your project how you want to. And we also support the keyboard shortcut, so that's the same keyboard shortcut as what we have in the project client. Super handy to learn the shortcut keys, in my opinion. And organizing your task into hierarchy is great because it allows you to have more organization on your thoughts. So you don't just have this flat task list that's hard to scan. You can now organize it by whatever chunking makes sense to you. And then as your task list grows, you can also expand and collapse those, so you have a little more control over everything. Another thing that creating a hierarchy benefits you is you start to get your roll-ups. So let me add in a couple more fields. And again, if you saw that, I was just going add column, and these are all the fields we ship out of box. FYI, Project Desktop Client has over 300 fields. We're starting with 11. And we're going to add to that as we add features, and we do it in ways that are much more usable than the current 300 plus fields that you have to dig through in the Project Client. Okay. But I added some fields, and now you'll see my summary task. A lot of the fields, you'll see this little read-only thing on because it's the roll-up. So it makes sense that you can't edit it because it's just rolling up from the fields below it. So in this case, if I set this to be 20, you'll notice that this now jumps way up because the start and finish dates are from the earliest task in this summary to the latest task in the summary task. And now if I set this task to be 100%, whee, you get a nice animation, but you'll also see, yeah, I don't have my volume on. Thank you, George. He dinged if you didn't hear him. you'll see at the percent level too, it rolls up. So it's good to roll up, and then I'll show you effort in a little bit. Those will roll up too. So you can always use your summary task to kind of figure out how much work's going on in an area, how much is remaining, what time span, et cetera. And for those of you who are more planner users and are just kind of learning about projects, one of the big benefits of project is the fact that we have a scheduling engine, and that the main way you interact with that scheduling engine is through dependencies. That's basically how you say, this task can't start till this task finishes. I can't watch paint dry until I've painted the walls. So if I insert the depends on column, I can set my dependencies, or if I come over here into my task details, we also have an easy way at the bottom here to set dependencies. And if I click on that, we'll recommend your neighboring tasks, because we've found those are the tasks people are most likely to link to. But you can also just start typing. So if I type artwork, it will show me the task in my project with artwork. I can click in those, and those are now linked to my project, or sorry, linked to this task. But a lot of people are more visual people. So we have a view for you. So I'm going to come over to my timeline view. And this, again, just shows me in my whole dependencies list, and I can start interacting with it and building out my plans. So that task has to come after this one has to come after that one. You'll notice as I'm moving things, my tasks are jumping out, because that's the power of the scheduling engine. And that's the big difference between planner and project. In planner, your tasks stay exactly where they are, and nothing will ever change them. In project, depending what data you put in, is how we'll start to schedule your project out.
I'm thinking you better check this project in soon.
Check in? What do you mean? We don't have that anymore.
Oh, how nice.
So if you notice, I've also, yay, thank you.
$5 at the door.
Don't say he was a plant. We know, if you notice, I haven't been saving, I haven't been publishing, I haven't been doing anything, because just like the other Office web clients, all of this is being saved behind the scenes automatically as you're working. And we do support co-auth. So if I come in here, duplicate my tab, 1 second. By the way, I've had like 5 questions on how I do this really fast. Windows, right arrow, left arrow, very, very handy shortcut, especially when you have a big monitor for lining up 2 windows. It's kind of funny that your demo project, but the Windows shortcuts are what you get asked about.
Heather is a shortcut monster. She just knows them all.
So as you see, I'm marking task complete in one project, and they are getting marked complete in this one. If I come over here and say I want to insert a task, that will immediately show up in my other project. So full co-auth, yay.
Awesome.
Or as a lot of you are, about time. Okay, so let's come over and bring that back up. So I'm going to switch to another project. And one other thing with linking is if you get a lot of links going, it's sometimes hard to know what is affecting your task and what you need to be worried about. So one nice thing is if you come into the timeline view, when I hover, we'll kind of highlight in blue all the links leading into the task you're hovering over on and all the links leading out, so you can start to figure that out. But it still doesn't tell me which task I need to be worried about. So if I click on this task, and it's another quick way to bring up task details, and scroll down, you'll see that we have this little tag on our links called driving. And that means that is the task that is directly affecting this task. So the second task isn't, because it's only a 1-day task and this is a 2-day task. So this is the one that's causing this task basically to be scheduled when it is. If this task were to slip out a bunch, then that would take over as being the driving task. So if I come down to a couple other tasks, this is kind of scheduling engine 101 here. We won't go in depth because I realize it's Friday, last day of Ignite, and I don't know who went on Hulk or that other crazy roller coaster last night, or any other big ones. Yeah, I went on Hulk twice in a row. I think we should have stopped at one time. So that's why we can't go in depth on the scheduling engine right now, but it's a little intense. But basically, this doesn't have a driving tag because this task is in progress. So once it's in progress, the links will no longer cause your task to move out because you've said, I've started this, this is when I'm working on my task. So for example, if I move this out, this task will move because it has not started, but this task is going to stay where it is because it is now in progress. Another task out here is this one. And you'll notice, why is this big gap between here? Like, this task looks like it could start over here, right? If you come down here, you'll notice it doesn't have a driving tag on its link. And it doesn't because you've also said, yes, this fourth task has to come after the third task, but you also said that it had a constraint on it where it can't start earlier than November 25th. So we do still support constraints within project. We support 4 constraints as soon as possible, which is by default, and then start no earlier than and finish no earlier than. If you want to sound really not cool, you can call them like we do, and they're SNet and FNet. And then to set constraints is really easy. So that explains why these tasks are floating where they are. And all I do to set a constraint is manually type in a start or a finish date, or drag a task through the timeline view like I just did. And you'll always know if a task has a constraint because it has this little, if you notice on the date picker, it has this little star indicator. And then when I drill in, we'll tell you that this task has a constraint set on November 18th. And I can change that, so it's like, oh, talk to Howard. He's like, no, 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 we can't start it till the 20th. I'm like, okay, Howard. We move it to the 20th, and I've updated my constraint. Or I can remove the constraint, and now the scheduling engine will start scheduling the task without that constraint. So we'll look at things like the project start date and if there were any dependencies on the task. You can also put constraints on your finish date, which I've shown here, and that now means it will finish no earlier than the date you set, or FNet if you're in the cool club. And finally, as I enter task, just get some task in here, you'll notice that we aren't putting any dates or any scheduling information on them. We will not schedule your task until you take a scheduling action on that task. And a scheduling action can be a variety of things. It could be as simple as literally setting the duration, or it could be setting a dependency on it. It could be marking progress, etc. But what if you're like, oh, wait, I don't think this is right. Like, I need to talk to the team. I want to just remove this and kind of get back to my blank slate. All you do in one of those fields is click delete, and we'll clear it all out, and you can restart basically your planning for that task. You'll notice we have this nice little toast pop up in the bottom left corner. We call it toast because it pops up. It used to be white with green text, and we changed it black with white text, so now it's burnt toast. So if I delete it again, we'll tell you basically the things that we're removing. So because that one had a dependency, when I click delete on finish, we remove duration, start, and dependency. So we try to use the toast to help explain to you what's going on in project, because even though we tried to simplify down the scheduling engine, we realized that there's still some areas where we want to give you a little like, hey, FYI, we did what you wanted us to, but that meant this.
So I must have been looking at Facebook while you did the part where you chose manual versus auto scheduling. When did you do that?
George, it's a session. You never have to choose auto versus manually anymore. We actually, again, as we were building this out, tons of customer interviews, tons of data analysis found the main ways people used auto manual scheduled tasks. So if you're familiar with our current project, I like you. You can have a wine tumbler. Everyone else can too. Was that people either use blank task, which is what, I don't know, just the name we internally refer to tasks that don't have any of the information in, or they scheduled. They rarely used all the other modes of scheduling tasks. And we're like, why should we make people have to opt in or out? We'll just do that for you and kind of hide the complexities behind the scenes and try to do more based on user intent.
Awesome. I'll post that on Facebook now.
Cool. And speaking of toast, we have some other toast that we try to pop up, again, to help you out. So we're using the scheduling engine and always trying to do what the user tells us, but sometimes we can't. So say I want this task to start on the 16th, which is a Saturday. Well, we don't want that task to start on a Saturday. We have a calendar, which I'll get into in a bit, that says this project works Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. So when you put it on Saturday, we're going to say, sorry, we moved that to the next working day. And if you notice, and actually I'll do it again so it comes up, that will tell you though, like, hey, this is why your task isn't starting when it is. It wasn't a working day, we're moving it to the next day. Another good example of our toast is around links. So let's say we have this task, and I'm like, no, 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 this task has to start next week. It can't start on the 18th, that's way too late. So I'm going to drag this task over here, and you'll notice that we remove the dependencies to make that happen. So we're like, okay, you said you wanted it this week, or next week. What week am I in? That's next week. We can't do that with the dependencies. We'll remove them and tell you and put the task where you wanted it to go. Okay, let's switch to another project. So another thing to help you with, once you have lots of tasks in your project, it's a little easier when you have 8, is to know how your project's doing. So we have some smartness that we've started to show you, and we're going to, again, continue building on this. This is really where we'll want feedback from people. So I have some red and some yellow over here. And the red is used to show tasks that are late. Today is the 8th. This task was supposed to finish on the 7th. It's late. We're going to highlight the fact that it's late to you. And then these tasks are ones that we just want you to be kind of aware of. So this task is due on Monday. It's 20 days long, and if I put my % complete column and come over here, you'll see that it hasn't even been started. So odds are I'm very behind on that task. Maybe we just haven't updated it. But we just are highlighting yellow because, like, hey, this is running late. It's about to be done. You're about to be late, FYI. And then we also highlight tasks that are due today. So those are the ones that hopefully are still on track. We have faith in you that you can do it, but we just want to, again, give you that little FYI to tell you that this is due today. You should talk to who's working on this, et cetera, and make sure they are coming in today on it. So we've talked a lot so far about duration and dates, and we haven't talked about our effort fields. We're like, what are the effort fields? If you're an existing project user, those were what the fields we used to call work. We had lots of debates on work versus effort for naming and tried many different names and some user testing and found that effort resonated better with people. And we also renamed them so they all start with effort. And so it's effort, effort remaining, effort completed, as opposed to having to find work, remaining work, and actual work in the field list. And how did these work? So by default, when you set duration on a task, if you don't have a resource working on it, and sorry, I shouldn't call him resource, a person or other thing. We had a guy come to the booth, and he was like, do you still call people resources? I'm like, sometimes. We will not put effort on. And again, if I just assign someone to a task, we will not put effort on. We will wait until you do one operation or other that has us set those fields. So now that I have someone on this task, if I set duration, we're going to set effort. And by default, we set effort as being 8 hours a day. So this is a 2-day task, so 8 times 2 is 16, which is how I got that value. But of course, I can always change that. So I'm like, no, this task, talk to Greta, she says is only 9.5. And then we will update the duration accordingly. So out of the box, we right now only support 100% units. If you don't know what that is, you're probably okay. If you do know what that means, then you're like, oh, we need to support more units. That's the kind of feedback we're looking for. Yeah, we only support 100% units. But I can, even if the task doesn't have someone assigned to it, I can still use effort values if I'm doing sizing, costing, et cetera. And again, effort and duration from that point will be tied. So if I set this to 24, that will go to 3 days, because again, 8 hours per day, 24 divided by 8 is 3 days. Cool. And then one thing I want to show is, again, trying to help people out. To help show the formula, we did even how we added the fields to task details. We tried to show this for people who are more beginners that know how these fields are connected. So if I come in here and say we did 12 hours of work, you can see that remaining hours changed to 12, and my total is still 24. And then remember how I was talking about how it's good to put task into summary task, because that's a good way of organizing your project? Well, again, that works really well with effort. So I can now see how much effort this phase of my project is versus this one. And it's a good way, if you're maybe not really watching dates, but you're more watching just like how much work a general chunk is, the effort fields can come in really handy for that. Okay, so I mentioned calendars, so I wanted to go into those now. So who doesn't want to work Fridays? Okay, we have a couple. If I didn't actually read the article, but evidently Microsoft tried a 4-day work week in Japan and found that efficiency rose. So I mean, Howard, okay, cool, I don't have to work Fridays anymore. But on this project, we are not working Fridays. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click on my project name, and that brings me into the project details pane, where I can do things like rename my project, change the project manager, change the start date, but I can also change my calendar. If you haven't noticed this drop-down yet, it might not be there for you. We only show you the drop-down if there's literally more than one calendar to choose from. So if nobody's gone in and edited calendars, you won't see it because you literally have no choice. But I have gone in there and edited calendars. I added a calendar that has no Fridays. And actually, before I change it, notice in my project how I have these 2 tasks that are due today. Today is Friday, in case anyone's way thrown off from the Ignite. So when I say no Friday, you'll notice that now my tasks start and finish on dates that are not Friday. So this task that started and finished today has been moved to Monday. This task that started yesterday has also been moved to finish on Monday. So it's now Thursday, Monday, because we said we don't work Mondays on this project. I also set the week of Thanksgiving to be a non-working week. So for people not in the US, the last week of November, we have our big Thanksgiving holiday on a Thursday, and we decided we're just going to shut down for the week. You know, we need time to bake our pies. So you'll see that I had a task that was scheduled that week and is now moved out to the next week. And you can kind of see in our timeline, it doesn't do the best projecting, but where the gray is, that shows you the non-working time for your projects, which helps you tell why your task moved out. And this is project in high contrast mode. So project, we're, like the rest of Microsoft, big into accessibility. One of the modes is high contrast, so if you have sight vision issues, this makes it much easier for you to see, but also when you're projecting, makes it much easier for you to see non-working time. So that lovely fluorescent green is non-working time. But this is really handy in your timeline to be like, why is this task out here? Why, when I try to schedule it over here, does it move out? It's like, oh, because that's the week of Thanksgiving. We're not working that week. Now, unfortunately, just heard that we can't take Fridays off. Sorry, everybody. We really tried. Maybe next time. So I'm going to move this back to use the normal calendar. Now I'm going to start assigning people to my project. So I have Greta, and I'm going to assign her. And then we have lucky Frida. And Frida doesn't work on Fridays. She's lucky. For some reason, she doesn't get to work on Fridays while the rest of us have to. We'll have to discuss this. But notice again, I assigned her to a task that was scheduled for a Friday, and now that task was adjusted for her to not schedule work on Fridays. If I, instead of assigning this to Frida, assign it to myself, who does work Fridays, sadly, you'll notice the task is scheduled back. And if I put myself plus Frida on here, you'll notice, again, the task moves out to finish on Monday because my work is done Thursday, Friday, but Frida would work Thursday, Monday because we said this was a 2-day task. Additionally, you can not only mark days off, but you can set people to different working hours. So out of box, everybody is Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. But we have part-time Patty. I like to name my resources so I remember what calendar they're on. It's very handy. And she only works part-time. So she works 4 hours a day instead of 8 hours a day. So you notice I assigned her to a 1-week task. And now that task duration stays 5 days because the span of working time is still 5 days. But it's spread out over 2 weeks because it takes her 2 weeks of time to do 1 week of work, given the fact that she is part-time. For anybody who understands very well how calendars work in Project today, especially in Project Online, we've posted some help articles on how they work in Dynamics because they work differently. You have to use them differently. When you're associated with it, basically the big difference is when you're associated with a calendar, it isn't a live thing. It's a one-time copy of what the calendar is. So if I go in and change a calendar, my projects aren't all going to move. I have to reapply the calendar. That's the biggest difference between how Project and now the new project works, how we're based off Dynamics. But there's some good help articles on that because we didn't want people to get confused. Okay, next let's talk about resources. So by default, when you assign a task, we are going to search through the group that you are associated with, so that's all these people, plus anybody I've added to my team, plus we'll search AAD and your bookable resources. So that's a lot, so let me go through it. So when I created this project, I linked it to my social media team, so that's how I got all these people in it. And then I also work with some people who aren't in AAD. So they aren't users who log in, but I still want to track the fact that they're doing work. Maybe they're a vendor resource or something like that. So I can create them as bookable resources. Just think of those as resources you can assign to tasks. And we support users, which these are created automatically when you assign someone from AAD to a task. So if I assign George, I think George actually is already in here. There he is, lucky George. So when I assigned George his first task, he showed up in here. But say I have my contact, Carol. She is not someone in the system, but I still want to have that she works here. So to add her, or add someone like her, I would come here, and in project we support users, which those are the AAD people. Those are people logging in. We support equipment, contacts, and accounts. And now I can come here and say new contact, and say contact Candy. And now if I come in here and search, she shows up in my project, and I can assign her to tasks to know that she's working on it. And now once I assign her to a task in my project, for this project, she'll also show up in my list, so I can, again, quickly assign her to other tasks. But she will not show up in my group members list because while she's a real person probably in life, she is not someone with a user account who can log into this system. Okay, how are we doing on time? Okay, pretty good. So as George mentioned, a lot of people do Agile. A lot of people do some form of Agile that works for them. A lot of people do Scrum Fall or Agile Fall or whatever versions people like to call when you smash Waterfall and Agile together. Well, we can support some of that in Project Today. And really, the tool is yours to use how you want. Like, I think the thing we found most around Agile and stuff is you have to find a process that works for you. Our team uses a form of Agile development that people would probably say is not following the books, but it works for us. So we're saying, hey, it got us to ship this thing, so we're doing something right. But anyways, I can come in here, and we have our board view. So if you're used to Planner, it is actually the same board view as in Planner that we're pumping project data into. We are one team. And I've defined it for how I kind of want my team to work. We have our overall backlog, we have our sprint backlog, and then the stages of sprint. And now if I go back to my grid, you can see I've kind of replicated that through hierarchy. So here are all the things we could do. And then we have some sizings on them in the effort column. So this is just me talking with the team, thinking how long it's going to take us to do them. And then I've added the bucket field here. So if you remember, the bucket field is how I have my task organized in the board. That field is also available in all the other views. I can use it. It's the same literal list of fields. And now I can start moving my task around. So using reorder and using summary task rollup, I can say, okay, we're going to do task 4. Okay, we're at rollup 40 hours. And then we have 6. I can't fit the 32 one in, but I can fit the 16 in one, so I'm going to drag those in. And now that I'm saying that those are available for this backlog, I'm going to change them here. So now as I come over to the board view, we will see those in this column, and my team knows that those are tasks they can start assigning them to themselves to and working on them. And they can, of course, come into the web, co-auth, yay, or sorry, yay.
Co-auth, y'all. Yeah.
But you can also host the project within Teams, and this is a different project. Oh, we won't do that one. My timeouts went. Okay, true pressure on typing the password. Yes. Come on, that should have applause on it. Memorizing other people's passwords. Okay, but you can have your project right here within your team, and that way they don't have to remember another site to get to. They can come in here and start picking their task up that they had assigned. And with that, I will send it, I will not send it back to George yet. I have one more call to action before I do. So hopefully everybody in this room is going to go home, get your wine tumbler, start using Project, and love it. But if you hit any issues, have any feedback, please send it to us. If you click that little feedback button in the bottom right corner, you can say things you like, things you don't like, or issues you're hitting, and then suggestions. If you do something you don't like, and always include your email address, but especially if it's a specific issue, it is the most frustrating thing on earth when we read these things and we can help the person, but they don't give us their email address. So please put it in. And then for suggestions, we use user voice. So please come over to our user voice site and add ideas, vote on them, et cetera. We do watch this very, very closely. And as we said, we just launched. We have so much more we want to do with this. How we determine the next things we do is really a lot driven off the feedback that we see coming in. So please, please, please use those. They do not go into a black hole. With that, George.
Heather, Heidi. Okay, I don't know how to follow that. I feel like Spinal Tap after the puppet show. Wait. Anyway, hopefully you've seen, and this maybe hopefully brings my analogy back, that this is simple, powerful project management, just like Bobby Fischer was simple, powerful chess. We've shown this to literally over hundreds of customers and gotten just some great quotes. Here are some of them. There's some others. Invariably, the feedback is, wow, I want this now. This is really easy to use. We've also heard a lot from customers about what's important to them and what they see being able to do with this platform and with this tool. And when I say platform, I really mean that. We're not trying to give just a project management tool, but a platform for project and work management. So one of the key things people want to do is across my enterprises, across my field, across my subsidiaries, I want to get everybody into a tool that they will use so we can get that great reporting through Power BI across all our data and all our resources. Another is, so many people have people using Excel or Project Standard where they truly don't need the 300 fields and all that power that we built in over the years. People who are using Planner, many are very happy with Planner, but many of our biggest asks for Planner are the things that we've put into Project for the Web. And there are many third-party tools in use, and that gets back to the security story. With Microsoft, security is job one. You know where your data is, you own your data. It's encrypted at rest, it's encrypted in transit, it's encrypted in the app. We meet so many compliance and regulatory standards around the world, global hyperscale, enterprise data centers. We build the data centers, we run Azure in them, and you run your services in there. Another thing is, there are business PMs that as a company adopts Agile, they might push them into a complex Agile tool. And for most of the business users, when they talk about Agile, things like what Heather demonstrated are really enough. And we want to give them a tool where they can define Agile the way that works for them, and yet still have all that Agile capability and not be confused by a very IT-oriented tool. Of course, there's many custom implementations, SharePoint, Microsoft Access, all sorts of things that a lot of customers have told me, wow, we're going to replace that with this. Intake and approval workflows, these are very easy to build on top of the Power Platform, as Chris Boyd and I demonstrated on Wednesday. Easy integration with third-party systems. This is a key because you're on the Power Platform. There's over 300 connectors. There's Power Automate. There's so many ways to integrate this with third-party systems. And finally, so many places I've seen they have a PPM system in that is now just dustware. It's too complicated. They manually shuttle data back and forth, but they see with some of the incredible work our partners are doing. I don't know, did anyone see Bernardo and Alexander Luerta yesterday? So they showed off some of the things our partners have done for end-to-end PPM. And this is a system where you can get the PPM workflows you need, but your users are in the tool that they want to use. And that kind of wraps it up with our vision. We want your teams and users to be able to work the way they want. And we want the enterprise as a whole, executives, PMOs, et cetera, to get the results they need. Thank you so much for your time. It's been an incredibly exciting Ignite for us with all these exciting announcements about tasks, about work management, about project management. So I ask you, how about a round of applause for Project for the Web? And if you have any questions, we'll both be around. And thank you so much for your time on a Friday.